Hello my singing friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about one of the questions I get most frequently asked. How do I deal with my vocal break? So dealing with the vocal break, that's a great question. Every singer has to work through the various passagios or changes in the voice throughout its range. And because those vocal breaks happen in different places for the male voice and the female voice, I'm going to break those up into two different videos. So today we're going to focus on the female vocal break. Do you struggle with the vocal break? Do you find that your voice shifts, that you don't like how it sounds when it moves from one to another? Write down in the comments below, what are some of the biggest challenges you have? And if you have found some things that help you out in being able to smooth out that break, put them down in the comments below. I would love to hear what your experiences have been. So in dealing with the female vocal break, most women speak in what we call their chest register or chest voice. There are some exceptions to that. Some women speak up in their head voice, but most tend to speak down here in the lower register. And so they're much more familiar with the low register. And as they move up and get to that natural place, it's about an A, B flat, B natural. Somewhere right in there, they feel it. They have to switch placement in order to continue to sing up higher. Now, we're not going to be talking about belt or mixed voice today. We're going to be talking purely about what we call legitimate placements, which are the head voice and the chest voice. And so moving up into that head voice is where that break happens. And you hear a definite shift in the vocal quality or the vocal sound. It almost sounds like a yodel, right? So today I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do to start to smooth out that vocal break there, that passaggio. Tip number 1 is to use slides. Slides that move you from one register up into the next register and then back down. And today we're going to do that starting on an E sound. Just a simple E. Just let it fall. Don't worry about any pitch. Just start high, clearly up in your head voice. E. Just let it naturally fall down. And you can hear how there's no shift in the vocal placement. We don't want where you let it flip over, right? Just let it naturally descend down and support it as it goes through the transition. Try that again. Just down there. Now, the next thing you'll do with the slide is start low and go up high and then come back down. Good. Try that a few more times, letting it go from low up to high, coming back down to low. And again, support it with your diaphragmatic support to make sure that the voice doesn't flip or switch. Tip number 2, start up in an upper range warm-up and bring it down, trying to bring the head voice qualities down into the mid-register. When we start down lower, for example here, going E-ha, again, most females speak in their chest voice, and so they'll start singing in their chest voice, and at that certain point, as we keep moving them up, they have to flip into their head voice, and that's when we hear the definite switch. So instead now, we're going to start up higher, and we're going to bring it down, bringing it down. There you go. Sing that in your head voice, and now we're going to come down. As it comes down to the lower register, try and hang on to that head voice quality through that mid register. Don't let it flip. Here we go. Keep it in the head voice. Here you go. Probably right about there on that last lower note that you're feeling like I've got to switch now to chest voice. And that's okay. At that point, you can probably pretty easily make the transition. Now I purposely had you start at an E. E is an easier, more forward, resonant vowel sound. It's easier to make the transition. Much more difficult vowel sounds include O or Ah. So work yourself up to doing that. Let's try that right now on an Ah. Hang in the head, boys. Now begin making the transition to your lower register. There you go. Great job. The final tip I have is using SOV, or semi-occluded vocal. You can do that by buzzing your lips or rolling your tongue. If you can't do either of those, you can also use a straw. Just sing through the straw, making sure all of your sound is focused through the straw, not through your nose. There you go. So we're going to go through some warm-ups. Right now I'm just going to use the lip buzz. And the nice thing about the lip buzz is it really helps focus on relaxing the vocal structure, not tightening it up. It's the tightening up that tends to create that flip in the voice. You'll feel it as you do either through the straw or lip buzz or tongue roll, that it's just a very natural transition up into the upper register and back down. We want to replicate that as we open up our sound into open vowel sounds. Good. Open it up. Just keep that airflow going. Now we are clearly up in the upper head voice, so we're going to come back down. Use all three of them so that you become more and more familiar with your voice, its natural break, and how to transition from one register to another. Be sure to put down in the comments other things that you do to help you transition between that passaggio or that break, or other questions that you may have. I look forward to hearing from you. See you next time.